For this project, we were to review 4 different methods of kindergartens. The first being a public kindergarten with no particular curriculum. This is more of your traditional classroom that I think most of us are used to. Your parents drop you off every day. It consists of 4 and 5-year-olds, and they split them into a junior and senior division. In the video that we were to watch, they had 2 educators or teachers to help with the children every day. They get to do different activities such as play outside when the weather is good, paint, draw, go to the library, have snack time, and even take a nap. I think this is more of what everybody around this area is used to doing and more so comfortable with. The second approach is a private Montessori kindergarten, which if I had to pick would be my favorite. It allows children to experience the world through hands-on learning rather than having to go simply through a textbook. The students get to pick activities that they're interested in. Teachers are almost more of a guide. They don't give them commands and instructions on how to do things, but yet the children can ask the teacher different questions and stuff that they're interested in and they want to learn, instead of forcing them to learn something that they may not like or they may struggle in. The learning in this class is dictated by the child's pace. Another thing is the children seem to enjoy this type of school so much because it's kind of on their basis. Like, they can go when they want to. They don't have to learn specific things. They get to pick their interest and put their mind to study towards that. So I think they enjoy it. They have so much fun that learning comes passive. The third type of schooling would be the private Waldorf school. It searches to find the children's interest and focus on the developmental stage of learning. It puts a big emphasis on critical thinking. Children are never really given commands. The teachers introduce the work, and if the children is interested, they get to take it up. In the 3rd grade at this school, the kids are taught to be self-sufficient, and they do a project where they build a shelter, and they have to pick what kind of materials they want to build their shelter out of. It gives the students time to be themselves, and say, in the video, one child was shy, and all the other schools acted like that this was going to be a problem. But when he visited the Waldorf school, they said that this is no problem at all, and that they should give the child, he should be on his time to come out and not be shy and associate himself with the world when he's ready. The 4th method is the private Reggio Emilia kindergarten. It's considered a new way of teaching from the old world. It originated in Italy. Young children are able to solve very complex problems and issues. One of the things that teachers do there is they go around and document on a piece of paper or a camera children's ideas and all the insights that the children have, and they post it on the board in the room for everybody to see. The teachers do not really like to give answers there, yet they teach the children to find the answers on their own. This school focuses on self-led learning for students. Also lets the child learn at his own pace, which I think is pretty nice in some ways, but I understand that you do have to be on a schedule at times. 3 schools in St. Louis have adapted this method, 2 private and 1 public school. Teachers that are associated with the Reggio Emilia kindergarten often stay there for a long period over time. One teacher had been there for over 20 years, and they often go along with the class and teach. They may teach one class for more than just one school year. They may go with them up from the 1st grade to the 2nd grade, even to the 3rd grade. So they're very good at building relationships between the teachers and the students, and I think that's very important to give the students that confidence boost to learn and be there every day. The ideal things that I see in a kindergarten for if I were to send my child there there's a lot of different qualities that I look for, but the main things would be I would want the kindergarten to have a good social environment for my child. I want them to have a good relationship with their teacher and be able to talk to his friends and make friends at school very easy. I want them to find something they enjoy rather than being forced to do something like I wasn't big on math, so if my child is struggling in math or not great at math, I want them to learn it, but I don't want them to have to strictly only learn math. I want them to be able to do what they enjoy, because when you enjoy something, it's not a burden to learn. You like being there, it's easy to do. If I were to choose an approach, I believe I would send my child to a Montessori kindergarten. This gives the child the ability to learn on their own pace, and they're not forced to learn through a textbook, which I think is very cool, because everywhere I grew up, you had to go by the book and learn things on a time pace. They get to ask questions that they may not get to ask in a traditional classroom. If they're interested in a certain subject, they can ask the teacher, and the teacher can give them insight and maybe help them understand more and learn stuff. The main principles of what are the main principles of the kindergarten you have chose? There are many principles associated with the Montessori school, but the 4 C's stuck out to me the most, which was critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication. All these are very important and very beneficial to the children that attend these schools. This gives them a good base for when they get older to work in groups with other children. Find problem solving has to do with critical thinking, to think outside the box, to see what they need to do to fix whatever is going on. And communication is a big deal. Communication is a fine necessity to have in the workplace. You have to be able to communicate with other people. Most of the time, you're going to have a job where you have to work with other people, and you're not just sitting in a room by yourself working. You have to get out there and collaborate with groups, maybe your CEO, present projects and stuff like that. So I think that's a great base for the children to learn all of this. How does the choice of kindergarten, of the things you consider important in the education of your child? I believe the Montessori school addresses all of these things very well. I believe that the child should be able to ask different questions and learn about different things. The teachers in this school do a great job in being there for the student to help them gain confidence and trust. They don't give specific instructions, yet they're able to help the children understand things. And if they need help in the activity, they're there to help them. This keeps the children very engaged with learning. I think it makes it fun for them. They're interested in what they're wanting to do. Children want to go to school, and they have fun when they're there. And it seemed like from all the videos that everybody that attended the Montessori schools enjoyed it very much, and that they built a lot of bonds with people there. And since the school was kind of their own pace and it was their interest, they really enjoyed going every day. And I think that's a big thing for kids. And I think if it was up to me, that's where I would send my child.